Hi there everyone! I'm Jasmine Rain Balibag, your glamorous scholar of Confucius. So, have you ever heard some thoughts about oral communication subject? So, if not yet, then me and my friends would love to share with you our knowledge and experiences about oral communication. So, my first impression about this subject was I thought that oral communication will become a bit hard for me because I thought that it will just focus in speech delivery or public speaking. So, as a person who is very much shy and afraid of that, I think that it will be difficult for me to excel in this subject. But surprisingly, some of my thoughts, especially that thought of mine, was actually far from reality because oral communication does not actually just focus in speaking in front of a lot of people or speech delivery, but it also teaches us many things, just like the different styles, types, and strategies of communication. Aside from that, it also includes on how we should write and deliver our speech properly. So, the topic that has been very much helpful for me, especially in real life situation, was the speech delivery. Because just like I said earlier, I am afraid or shy of speaking in front of a lot of people. So, now that I understand the proper ways of delivering a speech, I can now apply it whenever I'm talking or whenever I'm having a speech in front of many. Just like, not just in speech, just like for example when we are having our report. So this is actually a real life experience. Our advisor loves reporting, so with the help of speech delivery, I can already apply the things I've learned in speech delivery into my report. Because during a reporting, I know on how I should adjust my voice, or I know also the how my stage presence or movement gestures affects the audience understanding. Oral communication also helps me in my daily situation. I realized that understanding the communicative strategies is also a great way to improve my communication skills. Yes, this topic may be simple, but it is also meaningful, especially in our daily living, because we can apply it in just simple interactions with someone. Just like me, I apply communicative strategies whenever I'm talking with my friends, family, or even at school at my teachers. So when I see them, I always start a conversation by saying hi. Or whenever I'm talking to my friend and our conversation is interrupted by something, during the conversation, we are able to we are able to identify the mistake of our conversation, and we are going to fix it for us to have a smooth and effective conversation. So overall, oral communication didn't just help me in formal setups, but also in daily situations in my life. So that's all for today. Bye bye!
I'm Maria Turet, your Czech scholar of Confucius. Today, I want to share my thoughts or realization of oral communication topic. So, at first, I thought that oral communication would be hard because speaking in front of others makes me nervous. As time went by, I realized that it is actually an enjoyable and useful subject. I learned how to express my thoughts, feelings clearly and with confidence. This subject also helped me understand the importance of communication in building good relationship and sharing ideas effectively. It made me realize that being a good communicator is not only about speaking but also about listening and understanding others. I can apply what I've learned in many ways. Example, when I talk to teachers, classmates, families, and friends. It also helped me when I need to express my opinions, give a report, or join conversations confidently. Oral communication made me more comfortable in speaking English and communicating with others in a respectful and clear way. Because of this subject, I became more confident, responsible, and ready to face in real life situations that need good communication skills. That's all. Thank you. Bye.
Today I'll be sharing my thoughts and realization about oral communication subject. So, this subject really taught me a lot, and not just about speaking, but about expressing myself clearly and confidently. Before, I used to get nervous whether I had to speak in front of others. My hands would shake, my voice would tremble, and I've always worried about making mistakes. But through the subject, I learned how to organize my ideas and express my thoughts in a way that people can easily understand. I also realized that communication isn't just about talking, it's about connecting. It's how we share our ideas, emotion, and story with others. Our communication helped me understand that confidence doesn't mean being perfect. It means being willing to express yourself despite your fears. So, especially the topic communication. This topic made me realize that the importance of understanding how communication actually works from the sender to the message to the receiver and even the feedback. I learned that communication to be effective, both sides need to understand each other clearly. So I apply this in real life, especially during discussion. Before, I used to focus only on what I want to say, but now I've learned to listen actively to my classmates' opinions and respond properly. It also helped me in personal situations like when I have misunderstanding with my friends. I now try to express my feelings calmly instead of reacting out of emotion. That way, our communication becomes more open and respectful. Overall, this subject really helped me grow not only as a student but as a person who can really clearly speak with confidence and connection. That's all for today. This is Rianada, your classy grammar saying bye!
Hi guys! Juana May Marie Balibat, the hyper student of Confucius. Welcome to my blog. Today, I'll be sharing my learnings and realization in our subject, oral communication. To be honest, at first I thought oral com would be very hard. But as the lesson went on, I realized it's not that hard but not that easy either. challenged me, but in a way that helped me grow as a student and as a communicator. Also, the lesson I found very helpful was about the strategies, nomination, restriction, topic control, turn taking, topic shifting, repair, and termination. These strategies taught me how to keep conversations smooth and clear. Also, the effective speech writing and delivery helped me do better in public speaking, using eye contact, proper gesture, proper posture, and voice. This built my confidence to speak in front of others. Another thing I learned is that importance of confidence. I used to get nervous when speaking in front of people, but little by little, this subject helped me face that fear. I realized that even if my voice shakes, as long as I know what I'm saying and believe in it, that I can do it. Overall, my realization in OralCom is that OralCom is more than just speaking in front of people. It's about learning how to express yourself confidently, understand others, and connect with people. This subject helped me improve not only my speaking skills but also my listening, communication, and confidence skills. Thank you for listening. That's all you. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Oh, hi guys! I'm your podcast kid, Candace Siblan. Today, I want to share my realization about oral communication and how I apply it in real life. This subject, I realized that communication is more than talking. It's about communication with people expressing yourself and clearly. And I listen with understanding that helped me to build confidence and speak and make me more aware of how my word and tone affect others. In real life, I apply that I've learned every day when I talk with classmates, present in front of crowd, or even communicate with family that helps me express an idea with a word with clear understanding. So yeah, oral communication is really taught me the power of words and how affect communication and can make me big difference in our daily lives. Hi guys, this is Julian. We think college scholar for Confucius. So for today's video, I'm going to share my thoughts and realization about oral communication, specifically the topic of speech delivery and also speech act. What I realize in oral communication is that it's not just about what you say, but how you say it. Like, you can have the smartest idea ever, but if you mumble or sound untrue, nobody's gonna listen. The overall topic in oral communication made me realize how much they actually matter in everyday life. No, not just in class. It's like before, I just stopped without really thinking about what or how I was saying things. And then there's the difference of speech delivery, articulation, modulation, stage presence, and connecting with the audience. Learning about impromptu, extemporaneous, and prepared speech is also super helpful. I mean, knowing how to think on your feet is a skill everyone needs. These lessons aren't just for school subjects. They're actually useful in everyday situations. Like, I'm now more aware of how I communicate with my family versus with my classmates and teachers. Like, when working on group projects, I try to speak clearly and not mumble so everyone understands my ideas. Also, learning speech act, how words can actually do things. That's why I try to be more careful with my words so I don't actually accidentally offend anyone or cause misunderstanding. Basically, learning
guys, I am Noviembre L. Chirigini, your confused scholar and Confucius. Through this subject, oral communication, I realize how powerful communication really is in expressing ourselves and connecting with others. Before, I used to think that communication was just about speaking, but now, I understand that it's also about listening, understanding emotion, and respecting opinion. I learned that how we deliver our message or tone, confidence, and body language can completely change how people perceive what we say. Oral communication taught me the importance of clarity, empathy, and confidence. Whenever I speak, whenever in front of camera, a class, or in everyday situation. In real life, I can apply what I learn in many ways. For example, in school, I can use my communication skill during group discussion, presentation, and interviews. At home, I can express my feelings clearly to avoid misunderstanding. In the future, when I start working, being a good communicator will help me become more professional, persuasive, and confident. When I'm talking to others, oral communication helps me not only to speak well, but also build better relationship and inspire people through my words. That's all. Goodbye.
I'm Marco Stella, a Chilaxer scholar in Confucius. Today, I'll be sharing my realization about the topic speech style and how we can apply it in our daily lives. Speech style is how we adjust the way we speak depending on who we're talking to. We have different styles like intimate, casual, consultative, formal, and frozen, and each one has a purpose. My realization is that communication is not just about speaking, it's about connecting. I realized that when we use the right speech style, we show respect, understanding, and empathy towards others. For example, when talking to our friends, we use casual speech, which help build closeness. When talking to our teacher or elders, we use formal or consultative speech, showing respect. In special events like graduation or ceremonies, we use frozen speech, which is fixed and traditional. Applying this realization in life means being mindful of how we speak. It's about choosing words, what fit the situation, and treating people with respect through our communication. Because the way we speak reflects who we are. Through this topic, I realized that speech style is not only about grammar or tone, it's about character. It helps us express ourselves effectively and build better relationships. So, let's apply what we've learned. Speak with respect, communicate with purpose, and most importantly, use your voice to inspire, not to harm. Thank you, and may we all continue to grow not only in how we speak, but also in how we listen and understand others. Goodbye.
Nakapilit na ba ka? Kung kinsa sa among duha ang pilion mong makauban ug ipaila-ilas kini kanan